does the outsider look familiar?
Welcome back to Odica's nails. An outsider. Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to... No, I can't say I am. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep? I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know. It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
Why does the outsider look familiar?
Outsider, feel like helping us out?
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal. Then go somewhere else and... Oh, you're the outsiders. I heard the rumors, but... I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of... whatever we're warming up here today. No offense, but you folks look hungry. Between you and me, I hope you know how to hunt. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you? I doubt they ever will. The land here doesn't yield much, as you saw. And our livestock usually has many more legs than we do. We sometimes send wardens to the Twinewood to hunt, but that brings other dangers. I wish there was more we could do, but tradition is law, right? Of course, that means I have to be creative to find ways to make everything edible and palatable, at least. Exactly. These mountains aren't called Galawen's tusks because there's food stuck between them. Anything that's not a mushroom or bread is a blessed day luxury around here. And actual meat? Good luck. Councillor Kostya wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradise, produce from Fior Mesiverno. Tradition says we have to survive without help from the outside world, or we'll never survive. Tradition has kept these walls standing. It makes sense why we'd be slow to risk losing that. Thank you, my friend. Best of luck to you. Greetings. What can I do for my new friends?
could open up for more trade.
You think Kostya's right, huh?
Think of the salted fish.
Welcome to the Tusks, outsider. Be courteous while in Solace's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly. Well done, outsider. Seems you may have a thing or two you could show my wardens. Vengeance for the fallen. Thank you. This means more to me than you know. Excellent work. You did it? Can't believe someone took them on. Let me look at those amulets. How strange. Matching half moons. Funny. Hopefully that name can fade away into obscurity. Be safe out there. Put that poor husk out of its misery. Be careful. With this one, we believe it's the source of the beetles infesting the region.
Oh, great. Outsider? You need something?
Mihala understands the importance of tradition. Nandru chose this for a reason.
Mihala is too...
Exactly.
So you're the outsiders my guards let into the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. If you've a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. Doesn't matter. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you, Nimdut. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
We should lend a hand. Maybe earn a little trust with the locals.
Wake up, Mother. It's me, your little grubbling. Oh! Oh, my dear. It's been so long. How is my grandson, that little blight? Mother, I saw you earlier. Don't you remember?
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Geofri really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. I'd bet. Petru wouldn't have let this happen if he were here. Geofri knows that. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zaribs, killed in a lava flow. I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Geofri won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Geofri to send someone after him. Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this sounds much more ominous.
That's it. I'm dropping you off, Mina.
Do you think Abidon and Magran ever kiss?
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. Seems like you know a thing or two. Good. We don't have to pretend it doesn't get smoky and loud in here. Some people see a dirty forge and think we're lazy. The Smith of Magran knows that's far from the truth. I am Forgemaster Dela. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away. The council appointed me. I enjoy it just fine. It's just that I was the best smith we had when Master Tassa died. So, naturally, I got pulled out of smithing and into management. Not sure when I'll touch a hammer again. But that's beside the point. What can I do for you? Did he now? And what exactly is... Abidon's shiny beard. That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forgemaster. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The heat of the flowing lava. The feeling of power as you shape metal to your liking. The rush of adrenaline when an errant spark lights your beard aflame. The burn of sore muscles that have worked a hammer for hours. The rhythmic tune the metal sings as you work it. Huh? What makes you say that? Oh, is it... Oh, no, never mind. Let's not get carried away, huh? Back to business. I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. Simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the council chose me to be master of this forge.
At least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge. You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I can make you that arquebus I mentioned. Or, yes, perhaps I could further refine your meteor blade. Thank you, Envoy. What can I do for you? You're back! What did you miss? What can I do for? Blessed! Hiding, Golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Let's keep a safe distance.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well. I should hope so. Anything less would be an enormous waste of potential.
Outsiders. In the halls, Nandru killed himself. Madness.
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. Raluca told me we have you to thank for getting the waters flowing once more. It's regrettable that the Delamgan is so territorial. Imagine what we could learn from the ruins she guards. But at least we will have water. Take this. Even with the Delamgan restricting our access, a working aqueduct is invaluable. Thank you again for your help. Perhaps whatever blessed Nandru truly does live in you.
Chitule! What am I going to do? Oh, good. Someone's come along. I can't believe the only person that stopped is an outsider. Will you help me, please? Ugh, my hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to get such a fine one again. But with all the construction going on here, still, I slipped and dropped it. I think it's somewhere down there. Do you think you can find it, Oh, Murti, you are a lifesaver. I'll wait right here. Found a spider the size of my face at my quarters last night.
Again? Ugh. I bet the officers up above don't have to deal with that.
On the bright side, the legs are pretty good in a stew.
That is both gross and indeed.
do hope no one... Who let you in here? What do you want? Why am I in my own home? I think a better question is, why are you here? I must live, no, suffer in squalor now. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that live up to my tastes. But as long as Mihala continues to shun the rest of the lands, we must make do with an ever-shrinking supply of true goods.
Not anymore, I'm afraid. You'll have to make do with what you have.
No one suffers as I do. Just leave me. Oh, and don't get anything dirty on your way out. I've never seen someone so tall.
Time has shown that the arms and armor of Solace Keep. Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are... Oh my. No, of course not. What can I do for one such as yourself? Our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day, while others may have fallen by the wayside. If you ask these absolute Zarips, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal, certainly. Sorina's vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned. Blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a Solace in peacetime. What more can I do to enlighten you? All philosophy is controversial here. Thoughts that do not challenge tradition might as well be tradition themselves. We pass on the oral histories of Solace and seek to uncover those historical knowledge we have lost over time. In return, the unenlightened Jituli of Solace curse, spit, and throw objects at us. It is truly a symbiotic relationship.
People say Wodeka is the goddess of law, but all I've seen is intolerance.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you. What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests? I am an attendant of the Council of Solace. I do whatever they ask of me, frankly. Currently, it is my honor to watch over the Shrine of Wodeka and keep it as pristine as the goddess herself. Good to see you again. How can I help?
Haven't seen Petro around in a while. Wonder what he's... You're back! Did you find my hammer? Ah! You have done me a great service, Amakul. Merty envoy, may your kindness be repaid swiftly.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element.
Of course they have an element.
If we open our gate to Outland, we will talk about this later. Guest. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
Nandru's Forge. If it isn't the envoy.
Glad to know you're already making friends.
We are not so ignorant as you seem to think us.
Where are my guards? Get him out of here.
Let's not be rash. The envoy's word carries the weight of Adir. It might benefit us to hear what he has to say. Let it never be said the Wardens of Solace are impolite brutes. Merely recluses.
Very well. We'll deal with the severe breach in protocol later. Tell us why you insult our halls at Tiran.
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the tusks that can catch us unawares.
The Steel Garrote attacked Fior Messiverno unprovoked. Don't tell me there's no cause for concern.
We have heard of their Inquisitor. A woman who died and lived again.
A myth. And yet you insist she is real.
If she is here. My wardens patrol these lands day and night. A force large enough to take the mines couldn't have entered the tusks without my knowledge.
Well, enter they did. I don't know if Ludwine still has a brain, but she's retained her wits.
Wasn't that the creature who tried to destroy Fior?
Perhaps I will discharge a few wardens to investigate, just to be certain.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious.
What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. No. The soul of Nandru protects this place, protects his wardens. No curse may touch us here.
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale. Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
The godlike are gone.
Except for the one in the room with us, you mean?
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
I would expect nothing less from someone like yourself.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala. Follow me, Envoy.
Poor Marius. At least I only had to deal with one politician. He's up against two.
Envoy, I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. There are just not enough resources to go around, and it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Because I know how she'd react. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarot. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. My people. Every person who is alive now. And every generation to come. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You'd be giving up everything your people built here.
Generations of history.
The Keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarroth in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. That is my most fervent hope, Envoy. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Stilgarroth are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. They are to the north of Solace Keep, along the main road. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are a considerable number of Zarips between here and there. Look for Elder Grigor at the archives. He should be able to give you a full accounting. I pray nothing terrible has happened. Thank you for this, Envoy. You are more than the villains your people are made out to be.
Andrada?
Sorry, Geofri. Captain.
An outlet. What do you think? Fresh? Call this fresh? Idiots.
Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left Solace, thinking about the village. I'm tired of it. You need me focused, especially in the tusks, where just breathing wrong can kill you. Still, I don't know why I'm thinking about this village, or even why it feels so important. What if I get there and... oh, I don't know, I fall apart. Memories flood in and I don't know who I am anymore. Or worse, what if it's nothing? But maybe it's better not to know. There was a story. The warden who saw the future. There was a young warden who thought she could see the future. She'd think about things and they would come to pass. She was worried about her father falling ill, and he did. She feared her friend would die of exposure. It happened. One day, she was with her patrol unit guarding a watchtower, and she was struck by a terrifying thought. She just knew in her gut that Solace was under attack. Zareps or ogres or fire blights from the wastes. Oh, you've heard this one. The young warden tried to alert her unit, but they didn't seem concerned. They said she was delusional. So she left the tower to go protect Solace. And she found nothing there. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Her whole unit was killed because she abandoned it. Exactly. So what if I'm seeing the future here? Maybe we should just stay on your original path. You're right. This is a small detour, not a different path. I haven't left you folks behind. Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Envoy. I clearly have some things to figure out. Anyway. You too. Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories, not all happy ones. She took an interest in me when I first came to Solace. No idea why. I was an outsider and a child. She had every right to make me someone else's problem, but she didn't. I struggle to see it myself. Maybe my mirror's dirty. Just makes it harder coming back, after the way I left things here. I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child, and they treated me like one of their own. Until I left. Well, over the years, I started getting the feeling I was lied to, like everyone in Solace knew something I didn't. Whenever I asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what matters. Right, but it just made me more and more uneasy. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? Was it something I did? Something I didn't do? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it. Right. Okay. Thanks. I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night, never said a word to anyone. Didn't look up till I got to Paradise. And here I am, back again. Funny how things work out. Anyway, If I must.
That meat.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. Yeah, it's too bad Mihala can't see it. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Some would, some wouldn't. You of all people would know there's no simple answer to that. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? I only hope they get that chance. Good luck finding a soft spot to bed down.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. If the steel garrote is what passes for innovative, then Solace is in deep trouble. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. That's the spirit. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. Pleasant dreams. Tell me, where did you learn to hunt?
Early on, I learned... from a warden named Yolenka. After that, I learned a lot from just going out and surviving them.
I'll bet you're a natural. You make it look effortless.